What's going on today, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today there is an awesome track event going on out at the track. I think a lot of the guys have higher end cars, kind of like the LT. And so I'm gonna go out there today, drive this car around the track. I'm not gonna put in too many laps. I'm gonna try to stay off the curbs because I don't want to ruin these really expensive new wheels that I just got put on the car. But I wanted to at least put the LT on the track, see what it feels like, see how cool of a car it really is, because that's exactly what this car was built for. It's made to go out there on the track. It's made to go fast. Let's go have some fun. So I've got some cameras set up in the car. I've got a camera right here up in the corner. I've got a mic, I've got the camera that I've got in my hand, I've got a camera that's going to go on the front of my helmet so that we can do a point of view, and right now it looks like we need to go get some fuel. So let's go do that and we'll hit the track. So just remember, whenever you're going to a racetrack, it's always good to hydrate. You sweat so much more than you realize. It takes so much more out of you to drive on the track than you realize. It's quite a strenuous activity. So I'm just getting here to the track, about to turn in. Just a couple of thoughts on my mind. You know, when you go out to the track, you always want to make sure you have the proper tire pressures, torque specs on your wheels. It's always nice to bring a tire pressure gauge with you, torque wrench with you to torque your wheels down after you get off track one session. I'm hoping to be able to put in some pretty good laps in this car, but I am limited on tire. The tires on this car are the Michelin Sport Cup 4s or something like that. They're a 300 tread wear tire, so that's what's going to limit the abilities of this car today, which is fine. Well, hopefully there's some other cool cars here that I can play around with on track and have some fun. It's not always that great of a time to just sit there and turn circles all by yourself, but hopefully there's other guys out here and it can end up being a pretty fun day. Let's go, man. Thanks. I love it too.
There you go. Who are you here for?
Automotive addiction.
Nice, nice. What made you choose the McLaren?
Well, I've had a couple Lamborghinis and Ferraris and stuff, and I just decided to try something different.
Nice.
So it's been pretty fun, actually. I really like it. I think I put 1,000 miles on it in like a month. So
there you go. Well,
yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man. It's pretty fun. All right, guys. So I made it out here to Utah Motorsports campus for our track day. Ultimately, there's only like 4 or 5 cars out here, which is kind of a bummer. But I'm excited. I'm going to be able to put some nice laps. Should be some nice trouble-free laps in the McLaren. I can't wait. It's going to be some fun. This thing is going to be nuts. It's gonna be fun. Got my harness put together, got my helmet, I've got my Hans device. I'm safe. Time to go out and rip some laps, guys. Well guys, it is safe to say there's nothing like driving a $500,000 car on a racetrack and put it through the ringer. I did have to hold back in quite a few spots because, well, the tires, but also just I'm worried about wrecking a $500,000 car. Who wouldn't be, right? So I got to drive the car pretty hard, probably 8/10, 9/10 here and there. I got to slide it around a little bit. You got to hear the tires whine a little bit. The upshifts and the downshifts in that car are absolutely insane. I've taken the Scuderia out on track, but nothing, and I mean nothing, compares to the 765 LT on track. It is the absolute best street car I've ever driven on track in my life. I've driven a lot of cars on track. I've driven a lot of street cars on track. The Scuderia was phenomenal. The 765 LT is literally on a whole different level. If it had a better tire on it, I mean, it doesn't have to be slicks, but if it was like a Trofeo R, heck, if it had a slick on it, something like that, the car would literally be a lightning bolt. It was so fast. I had to lift early and brake early just because the tires couldn't hold the braking. Like I mean, I was going like 145 miles an hour on the main straight, and I was lifting like halfway down it. I can't imagine how fast this car would be and how much quicker the times would be just with a better tire. The brakes were phenomenal. I've never been in a car that had better brakes, period, bar none. Even race cars, I mean, these brakes were phenomenal. The tires just couldn't hang on. So it was fun, it was a blast. I don't know if I'll ever do it again. It's scary to have a $500,000 car out on track, but it was a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.